to the menu with me, Dalsifa Zainugwa, and today I'm just gonna press on. I've got Agatha in the house. Agatha, how are you?
I'm good, thank you.
And from the Korean Embassy, I have Chef Kim.
Hi, Nancy.
How are you doing? I'm great. I'm excited because we've got a musician. So today we're gonna have food and music. You know, this is one of the greatest fusions you can ever have. Okay, before we even begin to know more about Agatha, Chef Kim, what are we gonna make for her?
So today we're gonna make with a starter. We're gonna make the macaroni salad, Korean style.
Macaroni salad.
Yeah, Korean style macaroni
That's
salad.
right.
And then we're gonna do. I have pork leg here.
Pork.
Yeah. So we're
Look
gonna
how
make that
beautiful.
with the spicy sauce.
This is lots of nyama.
Yeah.
Are you ready?
I am more than ready.
Yes.
For dessert, we're gonna make the red bean paste donut.
Red
Like
bean
fried donut.
paste, fried donut.
Yeah.
I love that. I love that. Because the red bean has got a sweet taste.
Yes.
And I think this is one of the things that you wish as Zimbabweans should really like take into our cuisine. This is brilliant. One of the best things that have come from Korea. So thanks to Chef Kim, Agatha. So those are, okay, this is cooked.
Yeah.
Okay. So I can use any sort of macaroni, any sort of spaghetti. The small ones.
Yeah, but
okay.
like these short pasta.
The short.
Yeah.
Okay. So there you go. That's for you. And then what else?
So before she started that,
Oh, you need to get something ready. So while you get that ready, let me pour her some juice. Because we believe Ukamagasha.
Most of the time they cook.
Yeah, the kumane putika. So I can see some ribs going into a pot. So what are you trying to do, Chef?
So I'm gonna make a stew with this whole rib.
Okay. So in some water.
Yeah, so like 3 cups of water.
3 cups of
100
water.
grams of rib. I boil it like
You pre-boil it,
Yeah,
okay.
pre-boil it and then rinse the like scones on the surface.
Yeah.
And then use the pre-boiled one.
Okay. So now we are putting in some chili.
3 tablespoons chili powder.
Wow. And what do we have here?
1 tablespoon pork
Gochujang,
Korean
the
chili paste.
chili paste. Yeah. Wow. I'm getting to know this.
And then 1 tablespoon
Soy sauce. Definitely some soy sauce. That is like honey, that's beautiful. You know what I like about honey and chilies is that it sort of balances out the bitterness of the chili.
Oh.
And Chef Kim is just perfect in knowing that balance. So I know that when you're doing music, it's got a lot about balance
Yes,
as well.
yes, yes.
How do you balance your
You need to actually, the producer has the magic.
Oh wow.
Yeah. You balance the instruments, the vocals, the backing vocals, the lead vocals,
Wow.
and all the
And
instruments.
they should come up to make one kind of beautiful music. Just like what we're about to do for you here. So we're making a Korean chili.
pork rib, like fried pork.
Okay, sorry.
With the Korean. I put 1 tablespoon.
Perfect. So garlic and the spices just give flavor to you. Perfect. I like that. I like that. So what else do we do now?
Then I got the hot water on this stove for the donut.
And I can see there's something in your water. What's in there?
Yeah, I put a little bit of butter.
Butter that. Yeah.
So if you don't have any butter, you can any like veggie oil or stuff.
Okay. Okay. Veggie oil. Like it.
So we're gonna use the rice flour. Is a long flour.
Oh really?
Yeah.
This is rice
So
flour.
rice flour. We need to put hot water.
Just for this.
When you make
same
it
as- Yeah, okay.
Yeah, because it needs to cook slightly.
Okay.
So
So we're gonna mix that.
I put 100 grams of rice flour.
Okay.
And and then 1 teaspoon of baking powder,
Okay.
and 20 grams of flour.
So 100 grams flour.
Rice
Teaspoon. Rice flour. We have to get that correct. So what happens if I try to use maybe a wheat flour and they won't have the same consistency? The same.
Oh, so it's strictly rice flour.
Yeah. So do you have anything like that in your music where you have to have a certain certain instrument?
Yes.
Otherwise it's just not coming the
Yes,
same.
yes. Like what we are now doing, we are now doing traditional. So you can't call your genre traditional without worship, without ngoma.
When we put the
Yes,
drums in,
yeah.
I'm saying I'm traditional. There's nothing traditional. about
There's
it.
nothing traditional.
So everything has to have the right thing.
Yes, yes.
So you're rubbing in and adding a bit more water to make a dough. It has to form a nice tight ball.
Yeah.
Not too wet.
Okay.
But so he's using a kneading motion. Just do that. To just make them come together. So you were talking about your music,
Yeah.
your journey in the music.
Journey.
19 years.
Yes, yeah.
Wow.
We started recording in 2003.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Our debut album was titled Fabaini.
Amazing.
And then from then onwards, I never stopped.
Is it something you grew up knowing that I want to be a gospel musician? And then when you started, I just want you to answer this too. Is it something you grew up knowing? And when you started, did you know you're going to be this big? Or you were like, I'm just going to do this, record and see how it goes? What was that? What was that like?
The first question, I discovered that I am talented vocally.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was only vocal talent that I first discovered.
Okay.
I'm talented in this area. At the age of about 5 to 6 years, because I still remember that old national anthem. Where I would where I would stand during assembly.
Okay, and you'd sing.
Because I was young and small. Then I would start that, and then from then onwards, even in church, and all the confidence.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So did you really say, like, when you started, did you know you're going to be this big? Because you're one of the greatest musicians we have in our time.
No.
Did you ever see that?
No.
Not even.
Not even. Not even. Each and every day, when I'm told you're big,
You're actually surprised. Me. But you had to press on and press
yes,
on.
I had to press on, and I'm still pressing on.
Yeah. So Chef Kim looks ready for you to do something.
We have a bowl.
Okay.
So
Okay. She wants you to do something.
Oh, Chef Kim, you want me to?
mayonnaise,
Some mayonnaise.
some red grams.
That's 100 grams of
What I'm
mayonnaise.
going to do?
Put it in
Put
there.
everything in there.
Please don't mind my.
Don't worry, it will all come up. But the good thing about home cooking is that you really don't have to mind a lot.
Yeah, sure.
You just need to bring everything together. Just have
Okay.
the right ingredients. And people are afraid of cooking. Is it something you should be afraid of doing at home?
No.
Because cooking is fun, you know.
Right.
And it's okay to make a mistake. You can always learn from it and do
You can
it
just
better.
season it right and
So into the mayonnaise, in goes some mustard.
1 teaspoon of mustard.
Okay.
I use the same spoon.
Yep.
Yes.
Okay, fine. Because it's all going into the
It's
same
in the
mix.
same mix.
Yeah.
Okay.
With the cucumber,
Cucumber,
paprika,
paprika.
sweet corn.
So you can find sweet corn in your local supermarket.
Yeah, you can use the like canned one, like a fresh one. Yeah, doesn't matter.
So if you get a fresh one, you can boil it.
Yeah.
And then the tinned one, you can just use as they
Right.
are. Perfect. Perfect.
No, sweet corn.
Sweet corn. So we're making a salad, a macaroni salad. So we just added some mayonnaise, some
You can put some pinch of salt.
pinch of salt. Now tell me something, chef, because this is what I often find fascinating, especially when I started cooking. I often heard you a pinch of salt. how big is pinch of salt? Because does it not
Yeah.
depend
Yeah.
on the size of
On
your
the side of
You,
fingers.
you can't like exactly like measure like
Yeah.
amount
Okay,
of
so
salt.
it's a pinch is a
It's
pinch.
like on your taste.
Exactly. This is how I then tell people. I always say season to taste.
Yeah.
So if you like a lot of salt, you can add a bit more. But if you're not a person who likes so much salt,
Okay.
just season it according to your
Your
taste.
taste.
Yeah.
So
Perfect.
I know you.
And you can mix it
Okay.
everything together.
Okay. So just mix that. And when she's mixing that, I can see you're doing something here.
We made a bowl already. So here's the I fold the ready paste
Yeah.
and then we wrap it with the bowl.
Okay.
Right, so interesting.
It looks interesting. Interesting. You know, one thing I like about this donut is that there's no yeast. There's no yeast in this donut.
No. And instead we use baking powder.
Baking powder.
Okay.
Yeah. And rice flour.
Rice flour.
Do you think you can do one?
Not sure.
Let me give you one. And I also want to try one. Do you think I can try one? I hope I can do this. I'll be so ashamed if I'm not able to do this. It's too big. Okay, so make it a bit bigger because I was going to be embarrassed. You. So Agatha, you've got one song that's really trending lately. Tell us about this current song.
Meongo Pura.
Yes.
Meongo Pura, actually I was surprised.
Oh, wow.
It's trending.
What surprised you? What is it?
You know what happens, Fati?
Uh-huh.
When you are
Oh, she's calling me Fati. I love that.
when you are making music.
Yep.
For me, I always tell people it's a ministry.
Yes.
Yes, the industry the aspect we don't rule it out.
Yeah.
But for me, it's a ministry. So I get satisfied and very. Oh, look at that.
She shows she's the musician now. And let's let the chefs do what the chefs can do.
Sure.
there. Oh yeah.
So it's like I have a message
Yeah.
that I
You want
need
to
to
put
convey.
across.
Yes, I want to put across. So the moment the moment that message is received
Yeah.
overwhelmingly, I'm very
Excited.
It's exciting.
Yeah, I can imagine.
satisfying.
I can imagine.
You know you have to feel up to I'm a vessel.
Wow.
Yeah,
Wow.
It's
A vessel.
It's kind of like a reminder. Hey, no matter what you're doing or no matter what you go through, remember you are my vessel.
Oh, that's just amazing.
Yeah. So Meongo Pura, it was something else, especially 2020, 2021. Yeah, it was something else, and I just glorify God that.
But I just want to speak more on the song Press On. You know, that song ministered to people because I think as a country we are going through a certain phase.
Yes.
So it ministered to the souls of people.
Yeah.
What inspired the song Press On?
It was, what can I say, circumstances.
Okay.
Personal.
Oh, it was personal to
It
you.
was personal.
But did you realize it was going to impact people like that?
No, not even. It was personal, and even today, when I feel like that incident is about to recur or happen again, I'll just say, I'm pressing on. I'm going to press
And you know, you've pressed on and it has actually paid off because now it's 19 years later.
Sure.
So, Chef Kim, is our oil ready?
Yeah. So for that, Agatha can mix the macaroni.
Oh, into this.
Okay. I use the same spoon again.
Yes! At least you don't have lots of dishes at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Huh? Because if you've got a spoon for everything, I tell you,
yeah,
the dishes
sure.
would just be something else. Huh? And can you just sing for us when we're just mixing that? Just sing for us a portion of Press On because I really love the song, Chef.
Wakumbirwa mutende kupepetwa murusero muvenga bvumidzwa kupepeta murusero zvisirei press on towards your goal, press on zvakadaro towards your goal, don't give up now,
Press on, press
don't
on.
give in
Press
now.
on, press on.
I'm done.
And I'm putting my own chefy thing in there. I'm mixing it.
You're mixing it.
Okay, so I can see our our ribs are going on, our salad is ready, and then this is our dessert. What are you putting in our oil? More oil.
It's too hot.
So you're trying to put down the temperature.
Yeah.
Wow, that's a tip. So if I don't have more oil, can I just put the pot aside?
Yeah,
Just
you
let
can
it
leave it, yeah.
What's the oil?
What's the oil now?
Oil.
I will drink to that one.
Sure.
Okay, so now people know you as a musician, but you're also into ministry. Can you just tell us about that?
Yeah, I'm also into ministry by default. I'm a Christian.
I like the default part.
I'm a Christian. A bona fide Methodist.
Wow.
Yeah, and I'm a mother.
Of how many?
4.
Wow. 4, and you look as good.
3 beautiful girls and 1 very handsome.
Oh, I can imagine. The spoiled one. When you're the only one, you're always spoiled.
Yeah, he is, yeah, he is. So mixing the two, ministry and my work, motherhood. You are a daughter, you are a daughter-in-law, and all that. But it only takes the grace of God for you to balance everything.
So, are you into any other business apart from music? Or music is your full-time job?
I have tried. I have tried. You know, Fatih, I never wanted to be a musician.
Really?
Despite discovering that I have the talent, I never wanted to become one. My late father, he always wanted me to be a teacher or a nurse.
I know my father wanted me to be in the baking, like the commercial industry, maybe be a banker or something because he was a banker.
Okay.
But yeah, I'm banking
Yeah,
the flour and the sugar.
So I spent most of my time, if not close to all of my life, teaching.
Okay.
I had all the requirements, but I couldn't.
Yeah.
I was
Because God was pushing you away from that into
so
what
from
you
the
need to
frustration, I then decided. In fact, I had this experience with our church choir. We recorded our debut album as a church choir. Then I said to myself, this is so easy.
And it's working better
It's
for me.
working. I can also do it because I did most of the rearrangement of most of the hymns and choruses. Then I said, to my choir director, say, can I not do so? Why? You can. Yes, you can. And then when I broke the news to my dad, I want to be a musician. For my dad body. You will not become one.
Because people have always thought that the music industry, especially for us artists in Zimbabwe, people have always thought that one, it does not pay, one, it should be like a part-time thingy or a side hustle.
Yeah, sure.
But it has worked for you.
It has worked.
You've managed to monetize.
In fact, if you take it as a side hustle, it will treat you
as a side hustle.
as well. So if you take it as a full-time, like a job, it will treat you. What goes around comes around.
I think you had it for yourself, so we'll be right back. So now the oil is ready. Just dunk it in. Careful, because you don't want the oil to splash onto you. Yeah. So with music, what are some of the processes that you go through for you to come up with
The finished product.
yes? And how long does it take you, especially to come up with the song itself?
And the most difficult part is composing. Composing is the most difficult and challenging aspect in the music production because when you go to the studio, you are going with what can I say? A semi-finished product.
Oh, yeah.
So you are working on the message, you are working on the arrangement, when you're composing, you are working on the, what can I say, like, you need to be relevant.
Very realistic.
Yeah. So, so that's the most challenging aspect. But once you are in the studio, at least you are not true to the
Yeah.
producer.
So you can be
So
helping
you're
each other.
helping each
But you know,
other.
there's this process of coming up with the song. Does it come from messages you hear in church, the things you experience in society, or is it, some say that I dreamt about it? For you, what is the process?
A lot.
It's a lot.
There are a lot of processes, real life drama.
All those life does have drama, eh?
Our life has got lots and lots of
All
drama.
life has drama.
Real life experiences, messages from church, and even when some other life aspects generally.
Yeah.
One day I was talking to my manager and she was like, Agatha, we now want you to give us music based on your life experience.
Wow.
And I was, ooh. And the next album we are going to we are going to title it Press On Volume 1.
Press on volume 1.
Yeah, why? Because she insisted and she is insisting. And
Do you come up with the tune, the music, the tune? Does it come with you with the words, or you get the words and then somebody does the
in some
music?
instances, you come up with the tune and everything.
Serious?
And in other instances, you'll find maybe you need the instruments first. Then
I don't know, maybe it's because it's your industry, so it makes sense to you. Because I always find that the most fascinating things about music, how you can come up with words and then know that this tune will go with these words, you know?
It's a mystery.
It's a mystery, eh? Do you find yourself, Chef King, sometimes struggling to come up with the right menu maybe for a certain dinner, or you're asked to roast something and you're struggling? What sort of menu should I produce?
Yes, always.
Always, eh? Yeah.
Basically, I'm not working in the commercial kitchen, but like just so like every time the menu should be different for like later the guest or the ambassador. Yeah, so every time to check the season, like what's good and like what's the market. Yeah.
Wow. Oh, so just like what he's saying, you check what's in season, or the type of guests you're going to have. So for you also, you were saying that you have to look at your audience. Are they going to like it?
Yes.
You're looking at the relevance. Yeah, because you need to stay relevant.
You need to stay relevant, and at times you just when I let me do about this, let me sing about this thing. And you need to be very careful when we are talking about relevance as well, because
Yeah, true.
so the moment you will not stay relevant because you should be short-lived.
That's how you
its lifespan is going to be.
So you need to see now things are ready.
Yeah.
So you're about to plate.
So we're just gonna finish the salad and then doner first.
Oh,
And then we can right after we can just put
the stew
Okay,
into
yeah,
the.
yeah.
Okay. So what are we doing? We're rolling it into cinnamon sugar.
cinnamon sugar. Yeah. So
Oh.
this is like 100 grams sugar and 10 grams of cinnamon powder.
So you mix sugar
Yeah,
with
mix
the
sugar.
cinnamon powder.
I was
Yeah.
going to
Where do I get the cinnamon sugar?
Yeah, I use the same spoon.
Okay, I will use the teaspoon.
So now you're plating there. Salad. That looks nice and fresh. Can I put this in the freezer? I know, right? Can I put this in the fridge before serving?
Yeah,
Or
yeah, you can
leave it
serve it
at
like chill temperature,
Okay.
or you can just use it like
room temperature, which is good. Which is great. So Chef Kim, this looks amazing.
thank you.
This looks beautiful.
Awesomeness.
Also now from some salad from Agatha.
Yes.
So what should we start with? What's the
So
start?
you can just have the salad first.
Salad first.
Your spoon.
Yep. So a lot of people don't know that salads can be as a starter
starter.
because mostly in Zimbabwe we serve it as a side dish.
Oh yeah.
So you can actually turn this into a starter. And you can actually have this with your
Yeah,
watch
with your pork rib as well.
Yep. Perfect. Perfect. Can I have this as a main meal and then not put
Yeah,
any
like a
carbs
side
or
dish,
stuff?
yes.
Yep. Okay. Perfect. And then let's have a taste. Please have a taste and tell us what you think.
Wow. Whoa.
Yeah.
I'll taste that.
Hey.
So this is what you make.
Oh, I'm gonna give taste what you've made. Nice.
It's got a nice freshness from the crunchy.
It's coming.
It's very calming. You say the word. It's calming. It's almost like it centers you. Yeah.
So when you go to Korean barbecue restaurant,
Yeah.
there's always side dish of this.
Serious. So I'm coming to Korea. We should go to Korea.
You can have that with the pork rib. You can ease the spiciness from the.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
So which one? You just pick. You can pick your favorite. You know one thing about a pork rib, for me, you just need your fingers. I don't know if you can.
Yes.
Can you use a fork and knife for this?
No.
This is a hands movement.
Use your fingers and
Your
rip
hands
off.
moment.
That's nice.
Oh gosh. Oh wow. I want to try this with a bit of this.
A bit of salad.
It's a good combination.
Beautiful. Beautiful. You know, I can spend all my life just eating this and I'll be perfectly fine. I'll be in heaven, I'll be okay. So I'm excited for the donut because the
Yeah.
donut has something that's been new to my palate. You know, Chef, I didn't know this combination.
Oh yeah.
The bean paste.
Oh yeah.
Is it the bean paste?
Yeah, red bean
Okay.
paste is sweet, and then like you make the dough with the rice flour, right?
Oh, yeah.
So it's like chewy and like.
Okay, so let's try that. Let's go in for that one.
Which one did I make?
Oh wow, it's soft. I didn't expect that. I wasn't expecting that, but that's beautiful. It's soft. And then when you open it, you've got the bean paste. Wow, wow, wow. Cheers. It's a symphony of flavors. I can hear this cinnamon, and then the
Oh, yeah,
red
the
bean
sugar,
paste,
yeah.
and then the sugar. It mirrors well with that flour.
Okay.
It's almost like a perfect harmony. When you're in music, this is what you call a perfect
Yeah,
harmony.
perfect harmony.
So thank you so much for watching the menu. Thank you, Chef Kim. Thank you, Agatha. It has been a blast to be with you guys.
Thank you.
Until next time, keep watching.